There we are. We are live. Are we live? I believe we're live. I think we've got to give it a minute here. Yeah. Welcome to another Greenville grinding stream. I don't know if this stream will be for a while. I don't know if it'll be a long stream. But we'll see how far we get. Since my last stream, I have gone down in money, but that's only because of vehicles that are rumored to go off sale. So my garage is full at the moment. But for when Greenville does update and they do release some limited vehicles, that's when I can buy them. Still trying to reach my goal of 20 million before the summer ends. Let's see if we can change the time here. I didn't even pick a job, okay. Okay, let's just stop for a minute. Oh, not the emoji. Hey, oh, you have to do it twice. We want 11. And then we want Sunny. There we go. I'm hearing a lot of sirens outside. I don't know if I like the sound of that. I live in quite a quiet neighborhood. Sounds like something's really going down. don't think I've ever had a more quiet beginning to a stream. What's up, Alex? Also, for those of you watching, should I ever consider doing a Mini Cities 2 stream? And if the series of Mini Cities goes well enough and I follow through with a Mini Cities 2 stream, I could probably do an event where I rate your builds, or like a building contest or something. And in response to your question, Alex, I am very well. Thank you for asking. And how about yourself? Hello, Not Glitcher. The server is open, the link is in the description, feel free to join. You're more than welcome to. Stressed? Yeah, I get that. I understand that. I hope all goes well for you. You're having your wisdom tooth removed in 3 days? Oh wow. Yeah, a couple years ago I had my first one come through, and only recently I'm having my second one come through, and it's causing me a few problems. Yeah, you're flying? Flying tomorrow? Yeah, I think you said something about flying to France or something. I'm not entirely sure. Also, apologies if you can hear a fan running in the background. I've tried to enable noise suppression, but of course it's summer and it's a warm day out today. It's about 26, 27 degrees Celsius. I don't know how hot that is in Fahrenheit, so for all the Americans, go ahead and translate that. Flying to Toronto. Very nice. Yeah, so I've got my fan on today. Because it's quite humid. And we don't exactly have air conditioning in these houses. Although you can purchase AC units that sit in your window. I've seen people do that. Currently trying to get to 20 million before the summer ends, so obviously before September hopefully, which means I'll have to do a lot of grinding. Probably going to get rid of some vehicles that I don't use. A lot of my vehicles that I do own right now, only because they're rumoured to go off sale, apart from a couple. But that's where all my money goes, including the last update as well. A lot of money was spent on that. So I've kind of fallen aback from my 17 mil. Hello, Halo BT Fan NYT. That's an interesting username you have there. My fan is louder than a Boeing 747 engine. Yeah, I'm sure it's time. By that point, I'm sure it's time to purchase a new fan. You can register an account with Amazon, and you can pick up a cheap desk fan that'll just sit neatly on your desk and will not produce any excess noise at all. And that's what I did. I've got a neat little desk fan that keeps me cool throughout the summers. That's why you never have it on. You need to upgrade. You need to upgrade. That's what I'm saying. You need to get a better desk fan. Get a small, sleek one. Get a cheaper one on Amazon. They do small desk fans. Yeah, I'm also excited for the next update. I thought in the last update they were going to do something with the Sahara, that's it. Yeah, that's why I bought one of the Sahara delivery vans. I also bought the one that nobody else really drives or owns, which is the Navara Prism. just in case. It's an old fan. Ah, yikes. Yeah, time for a new one. My fan is too old and it's still 24 degrees in my room. Yikes. Yeah, honestly, time for a new fan. I bought a desk fan from Amazon all the way back in 2020, and it worked me wonders. All throughout summer of 2020, all throughout summer of 2021 and 2022, it worked brilliantly. And I think even summer of 2023. I think. I don't know when I got it replaced. I think I replaced it around October 2023. But yeah, that first one I bought, I can't remember the company name, or otherwise I would have suggested it, but it really worked wonders. Just drove past me. Yeah, that there Volvo. Very nice. I like the colour. Millen joined. Does Millen know we're streaming right now? I don't think so. And I like how I was, along with everybody else, really hyped for the park update, like the expansion over here. But when it actually came out, yeah, it was cool at first, and it was like detailed enough. The more I look at it and the more I drive through that area, the more I realized how poorly made it is. I mean, props to the devs team for their work in progress on it, but the detailing, it's gone a bit sloppy there, I think. Unless it actually looks like that in real life, which I highly doubt. There's no guardrails on that cliff edge of a parking lot in real life, because there is nothing stopping a vehicle from plummeting to their death if they go over that little bump that stops them when they go to park up. Domino's joined as well. I have the gold Ford Fusion as well. Oh, nice. Gold? Why would you have it gold? The off-road is small, yeah. If you meant that in the park, yeah, it is. And it's really rubbish as well. Like, it's so unrealistic, like the incline on the hill, and how there's just like berms on either side. It's not like flat. May you get in my car? Well, are you in a car? Oh, I was about to TP you. I thought you were like at spawn or something. Just get bored and customize regular or family cars. Yeah, I mean, to me that would just be like a waste of money unless the car is actually worth it. For example, this 2008 Bullhorn Grand Convoy cargo with window inserts. That's a good vehicle if you want to slam it or do whatever you want to it. I mean, if you slam it, but not like slam it, maybe like 30%. It's quite decent. My dog is also in my room, which is probably not the best idea with a computer that produces heat. And he's laying on my fluffy carpet. Oh, we're low on fuel. So, yes, my dog is probably overheating. It's always worth it. Everyone loves the gold Ford. I mean, yeah, I suppose you could just say, like, for somebody who hears about that but hasn't experienced anything like that for themselves, like the saying, don't knock it till you try it. Peugeot 205 Turbo 16 or Renault? Peugeot. Gotta be. Peugeot over Renault. Oh, now my dog wants to go. You'll have to open your door. You'll have to open the door by yourself. Usually he's quite smart and opens the door by himself. I'm not sure about this time. Oh, he's got it. There he goes. He managed to open the door. And for anybody wondering, no, he does not get up on his back hind legs, grow opposable thumbs, and use the doorknob. He just edges the door open with his paw. Because I always leave it open a crack, in case he wants to leave. And he does so. I always hate that school loading in. Is Domino in the stream, or are they just in the server? Or are they just existing? One of my cat knew how to open the basement door. That's wild. If my dog wants to go through a door, she just kind of stands there until it's opened. If she just kind of stands there, how do they know? How do they know that they want the door open for them? Unless they bark. Sometimes when my dog wants to come into my room or go outside, he'll bark at the door. Or he'll like tap it. Or like claw at it. Yeah, we got Domino in the stream, let's go. Domino, do you remember the rave last night in Greenville? That was funny. She just stands there. And then I know she wants to go through. But what if there's nobody there though? She lays down in front of the door. Yeah. If my dog wants to come into my room and he like claws at the door, but nobody opens the door, he'll just lay down in front of my door until I get home. Like, if I'm out and he knows I'm out, he'll just lay in front of my door until I get back. Or if he's inside my room, he'll lay on my carpet inside my room until I get home. Recently my dog's been sleeping in my room a lot, and hello? It's sometimes quite annoying because sometimes in the night he'll just wake up and he'll sit and he'll just go rawr, rawr, rawr for no reason at all. He wakes me up and I'm like, what do you want? Tell me what you want. One time he started doing it, it was about like 4 in the morning, and after that I couldn't go back to sleep, so I thought, why not just take him out for a walk, and that's what I did. And I'm never doing that again, because we had a lovely encounter with another dog that didn't go too well, so yes. All because, see, the problem here is that people who have dogs shouldn't have dogs, mainly because they don't take in the risks there are when walking a dog. And my dog being a very nervous and reactive dog, you can kind of see where that goes. My dog is extremely lazy, that the only use for him was to put my tablet on him when I was younger. You what? So your dog was really lazy, so the only use for him was to put your tablet on him? I don't really quite understand that. Yeah, look, the berm's on either side of the trail there. I do not like it, and it's so steep as well. It's unreal. Lean it on him. Oh, so you use him as like a tablet rest or a tablet holder? That's funny. I like the bridge here though. That's detailed. This is what I was talking about, this car park here. There is nothing stopping you but a bit of wood from leaping to your death if you were to park there and give it too much acceleration. Could have at least put a fence down or a guardrail. I'm turning here, so you might want to watch out. Yeah, we're turning here. You were very... I mean, I wouldn't really say that. I would say it's like creative, because nobody else would think of it. If you think of something creative, you wouldn't really label it as a disability, because if you've thought of something creative, then if anything you're intelligent because you've thought of something that somebody else hasn't thought of before. It's another way to look at it, I suppose. Of course, we had to grab the most can't speak today. The most fuel-efficient car, which is the... Where is it? My garage is too big. Don't tell me, I forgot the name of it. I know it's a Falcon Scavenger, 2021 Falcon Scavenger, limited hybrid, all-wheel drive, 3.0 litre EcoBoost V6. It's a long name. I do forget it sometimes. Do you want a rod of plutonium? It's very tasty. Yes, please. I would love some. Hello, Foxy the Greenville Fox. Welcome. The server link is open. Feel free to join us. You've got to be kinding me. I think you misspelt kidding. Guys, when do you think the airport in Greenville is going to get a refresh? And what do you think it's going to look like? Will there be real planes? Will there be like shuttle buses? Like for the airports? Will there be interactive jobs for the airport? Throws plutonium rods out of the sunroof to his car. That's so real. Oh, that's the gold Ford Fusion back there. Oh my god, is it lowered? Yeah, shuttle buses would be so cool. Somebody needs to suggest that in the main Greenville server as a vehicle suggestion. I mean, to be fair, at one point they actually had a special roleplay on a plane. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to join, but they actually did at one point have a special roleplay. I think I've been around to see at least 3 special roleplays. No, 4. One of them was construction. Second one was the plane. Third one was Pride Parade. Fourth one was, I think, a carnival. And fifth one, I know it's one more. I think it was the highway, the freeway, highway, however you want to say it. Unfortunately, I wasn't there to join any of them, but the only one I was able to join was the construction one. And at the time, serving as a public servant, you had to be handpicked to be able to join. Lowered indeed. That's great. Yeah, the highway one looked really good. Really detailed. Really well done. Yeah, don't worry, I hear you back there. Collisions are off. You'll learn the grind route once you've done it a couple times. Has anybody got any plans for the summer? If so, do share. I'm intrigued. Yes. Yes, you do have to eat it. I eat car windows if that's normal. That's completely normal. Yeah. Telling you right now, that is completely normal. You know, I mean, I do too. I enjoy the crunch every now and then. It's nice to wake up in the morning and pour myself a bowl of car windows. Hope that eases your mind in case you were worried that nobody else enjoyed car windows. I'm going on 2 midweek vacation to 2 locations in the Netherlands. Wow. Very nice. Me and my friends, we've always talked about having a road trip to France if we drive via Eurotunnel. It smells like quark up in here. Do I dare ask what that is? Also, if you do happen to run out of fuel, I won't stop for you. That's gonna be a you problem. Sure, you don't speak French though. That's not the point. Just going on a road trip sightseeing. Doesn't matter if we can speak French or not. Always got Google Translate or whatever. There's gotta be people down there who do speak English, or at least a little bit. Imagine visiting Paris during the Olympic Games. No, they've ruined the Olympic Games now. Hello, Sylvian. I don't know what your second name is, so I'm not going to pronounce that. But welcome. Server link is open in case you want to join the server and get some money with us. Yeah, there's been so much going on in France recently. It's unreal. You can call me Simon. Simon M. Simon. Hello, Simon. Very nice to have you here. Got to use our indicator because not many people know where we're going. Almost got T-boned. No, not 60, 55. One thing I do want to do is I want to get a Logitech wheel and pedals. That way I can hook them up to my PC and I'd be able to play Greenville on Logitech wheel. Releases dark energy into the car. Do you want to walk? Are you asking to be kicked out of the car? I'm doing very well, thank you, Simon. You have a steering wheel and pedals? Very nice. That's awesome. Yeah, I want to get Logitech One because they're professional ones. Those are the proper ones. And I've seen people use them in driving games on Roblox. How good are we for fuel? Ooh, yikes. Not so good. We might have to make a switch here. If we all go down to Burger Night, I can make a switch to a more fuel efficient vehicle. The OG grinding vehicle. Let's just unlock all doors here. How good is this for fuel? Oh, we're fine. Let us commence forth. Quite loud, this thing, isn't it? This vehicle that I'm driving is the same vehicles that our police department have upgraded to. Of course, the sport version, obviously, which even then, it's probably got some modifications to it. How did you got the old Puma? The old what? Huh? What are you talking about? Puma? Oh, wait, what now? What car are you talking about? I don't think I have a car named Puma. Oh, also, hi Mac, I don't know if you're watching the stream right now. Bump car so then drop some. What? Might spill some molten iron drinks. Nah. You shoulda grabbed some unleaded petrol. Then we were at Burger Night. It's my favorite flavor. Yeah, spills molten iron and burns a hole through the car. It's burning through the car. Yeah, there you go. I called it. What did I say? See, this is why we can't have silly people in our car. Well, I'm banned from OGBRP since 1 year ago because I entered the server with a -13 account. Now I have to be 13 plus account. I'm still banned. Actually, I think appeals open pretty soon, so if you want to try appeal, then you probably could. Don't worry, that not means I'm a children, that just I set up like a dumb. Yeah, I don't fully understand what you're trying to say, but I get it. I just want to snack on my underground findings. Mel and I have so many questions, I don't even know where to begin. You're just something special. And now my water has gone room temperature. Been playing this mining game a lot. I like it a bit too much. What mining game? I haven't seen you be playing anything recently apart from Greenville. Is it Minecraft? Yes, Walter. No, thank you. No, thank you, Jesse. I will decline you on that offer. However, if you've got blue rock candy, I'm always available. It is so humid. It's unreal. Isn't it funny how when you're in winter, you miss summer? When you're in summer, you miss winter. Strange. One season I love is always autumn. Specifically between middle of October and November. 15 mil is insane. Yeah. Also welcome MJ Cars edits. I've got 1/15th of that. So like 1 mil. Oh! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, I misspelled domino. Odd minnow. Uh-oh. And then we turn here. Yeah. Everybody else misses the turn. There's like 50 degrees difference between winter and summer here in Quebec. Huh. In winter, especially over recent winters, it's been dipping down like really cold during some parts of winter. Like over the couple winters, we've seen temperatures dip down like minus 10 degrees Celsius when our winters are usually mild. Like sometimes even there's been periods of time in winters where daytime temperatures don't even get above freezing, which is crazy because our winter temperatures usually average around between 4 and 7 degrees Celsius, unless we have some sort of cold snap. England summer right now. Yeah, dude, that's so real. We get like 2 days of hot sun, and then for like the next 2 weeks, it's overcast and it's rainy and it's boggy. It's like, pick one, please. I think it's just how the positioning of the UK is. It's like the jet stream, or whatever it's called, way up in the atmosphere, bringing in low pressure systems from the ocean. Because usually, because of the position of the jet stream, that's what makes our climate so stereotypically damp. Yeah, it's like our weather's bipolar or something. Can't make their mind up, honestly. But during the summer months, the jet stream sometimes moves north, which brings hot air up from the south. That's when we get those couple days of warm sunshine, where the high pressure is able to come in from the south. You're at Heathrow and it's boiling, but it will be 72 tomorrow. Minus 72 tomorrow. Yeah, honestly. I'm a little bit east of Heathrow. Well, not a little bit, more like a lot. I'm southwest, so it's about 26 today. Tomorrow's probably going to be 28 or 29, so probably get out the sunbed tomorrow, chill out in the garden. My dog actually has a little paddling pool, but I only have to fill his paddling pool just above his paws in terms of depth. Otherwise, 1, he may drown, 2, a hedgehog in the night could climb into the pool and drown if I forget to pour it out, and 3, if I put too much water in it when I try to pour it out, the plastic will snap. Only at Heathrow for a holiday, but you live in East Midland. Oh, very nice. I know somebody who lives in the Midlands. Yeah, get the sunbed if it isn't -5 tomorrow. Yeah, let's see if it snows tomorrow, eh? Yeah, we've got a problem with hedgehogs in our garden, honestly. We used to live in quite a rural area, so we have a lot of hedgehogs and owls. But I mean, since the construction of new houses, like literally at the top of my street, it's like all the wildlife has just been pushed back, and they're like scrambled through the neighborhoods. It's unreal. Okay, so I did an appeal ban in the main Greenville server, but I don't know why they did a question for you, but you are not making a ticket about OGGB. That's because if you are banned in OGGB, you make an appeal in OGGB. If you're banned in the main Greenville server, you make an appeal in the main Greenville server. Evans is a pretty bit of a dump. Yeah, you just get council estates up that way, I suppose. Nak, I don't know if you're in the stream or not, but I looked behind me and I genuinely thought that was undercover 13 Explorer, the way it looks from the front. Until I saw it closer up, it's your Volkswagen. I go to London a lot and usually go supercar spotting. Okay, I instantly have more respect for you now because you go supercar spotting, so I can respect you for that. It's a bit off topic. Usually see the Joe Masari? Magari? I'm not sure who that is or what that is. But very cool. I know quite away from me there is a place where people who own nice cars go and park their cars up and have like supercar meetings. And it's also a cafe where you can get food as well, which is pretty cool. Been there a few times. There's like Koenigseggs and Lamborghinis and whatnot. What you're saying is England is a dump and London is nicer. I mean, I still wouldn't go to London though. If you're gonna overtake, at least put your foot down. Come on. Joe Masari is worse than McLaren F1 GTR. Oh, nice. They did to say yes, and you will be warned, and you are not helping to your appeal. I'm not sure I understand that. There was this CLR Le Mans car. Nice. My mate actually went to a meet recently, and he got a picture of a Tesla Cybertruck there. Which was pretty cool. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Cybertrucks, but could overtake RL way better and I haven't got a license. That's so real. Yeah, I always think I'm like a pro at driving. Mainly because when I was younger I used to go on holiday and they used to have this like go-kart thing. It was like little petrol go-karts, and when I would go on them I'd always win, like against a bunch of kids and adults. I would just lock in and I would just pass everybody. There's a neat little place called Holywell Bay. Used to go there a lot. Come on, put your foot down, man. That's it, 54. Raccoons mistake Cybertrucks for bins. Ah. Yeah. That's if we had raccoons in the UK. What I mean is that they marked below the question. Say yes so that we don't. Say yes so that we don't help you and that you. Yeah, I still don't understand that. It's the way you're wording it that I don't understand. I don't really make appeals either, so I don't know how it works. Got banned from a rip-off truck wheel server called Coopville as you went. 4 over? 4 over? Really? Really? 4 over? That's petty. I've seen some dumb people, but whoever banned you, they're something special, honestly. I got banned in Cadeville for the most ridiculous reason. I remember my first interaction with staff was for driving a banned vehicle. Can't remember the second time. Third time, I think. Yeah, I remember why I was banned. It was because it was about 2 years ago. And it was because I hit something, or somebody hit me, and I said X instead of exchanges. And I was got for improper exchanging, which is so petty, honestly. Like, if you want to enforce that, enforce it in a different way instead of banning people for it. Like, engage with the people. So if you just keep banning them, you're not going to have any people left. Also, the staff member went 128 and didn't even get banned. Yeah. That's why I never really joined small RP servers. And I only really stay if they have some sort of professionalism. I own a private server which I call GBRP or Pop Build. Nice. You just damaged Churo's car. Yeah, not more than it's already been damaged. Yeah, see what I mean? At least I exchanged. Some people just hit and run. I mean, that's like Greenville community news, innit? Everybody hits and runs in there, nobody cares. All their staff team is below 10 years old anyway. It's unreal. I let my server members have whatever skin because I want to let them have personality. Don't make them, like, change skins. Yeah, I get that, that's cool. Nationville is bad. Don't think I've heard of that one. I did one hit and run because I didn't even notice it. It was desync. I'll let you guys on a little secret. So if I were to press F11, which pops me out of full screen, which I'm not going to do that right now, there would be a white bar at the top of my screen there that would pop up. At the right side of the bar here, it would show the minimize button and the close tab thingy. If you were to right click and hold on that white tab, it actually freezes your screen and freezes your game, so that if you were to right click it, it would freeze your car on the spot and it would freeze your avatar on the spot, so that it looks like you're desyncing when in reality you're actually freezing your game so that somebody behind you can smack into the back end of your car. Just a little fun fact for you, and for the next time that you're in a road rage and you happen to be recording, or they happen to be recording, you can just blame it on desync. Me and my mate got banned from a private server because we were trolling, mostly because we were on a sugar rush. I went 2005. Back in the early days of roleplay on Greenville, I was in a server called YGVRP. I remember trolling the shiz out of that. Name a car for an edit. Ooh. Name a car for an edit. The urge to say 2016 Ford Explorer is real right now, unless you're any good at making edits for the 2016 Ford Explorer utility, the police utility. I would say FPIU, but nobody really knows what that is. Trolling the shiz. Yeah, I didn't really want to say a swear word, because I don't think I've sworn on this channel before, and I'm going to keep it that way, so... Yeah, I never really say FPIU around people. It's because they never really know what it means. and it just stands for Ford Police Intercept Utility. There's also PPV and CVPI and FPIS. Never seen an Explorer. I've seen an Explorer. It's a 1993 maroon coloured Explorer in the UK. I've also been on, I think it's, oh, I forgot what it's called, but it's an app where you like trade cars. And I saw a 2016 Ford Explorer XLT in Yorkshire going for about 18 grand. Looked pretty nice. It was left-hand steering, so it was imported. I make edits, but then only get 400 views, and then kids with 11 subs get 400k views for green screening. That's so real. You saw one yesterday. Hello, Egg. I'm just going to call you Egg because I don't know how to pronounce the rest of your name. 18k ain't bad. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Seen a so have I. I've literally seen a charger in the UK like last year. Me and my mate, we were in a, well, it's kind of a city. It's just not a city because it doesn't have a cathedral. It's a really run-down city now anyway. Since the cough run through the area, a lot of businesses have shut down, so it's really run down now. And it's a town that is looked down on in the UK. You'll probably know where I'm going with this, but anyway, we were coming out of the town and we saw a, I don't know if it was a Scat Pack. It wasn't a Scat Pack, no. It was just a Dodge Charger, but it looked like a wide body. It definitely did not look like a Scat Pack. What city? Well, because I'm near it, I can't say what city, so I'm not gonna dox myself. Saw a Dodge Challenger Hellcat in London. I actually saw a Hellcat here in my hometown about 5 years ago. I think it was a 2008 one. It was very nice. Trying to drink my water as quietly as possible because my microphone is so sensitive. Picks up me just gulping water. I need to put some ice in my drink, honestly. Is it a town starting with R? No. It is not. People say it's a city, but it's not a city because it doesn't have a cathedral. So it's just a very large town, and it's also my birthplace. So, and I live near it, so can't really say it. Sort of Ferrari 488 outside my hotel. One with a Porsche Spider RS. Very nice. I know there's a town near me that has a racetrack near it as well, and there's people in the area, well, there's one person in the area who has a Lamborghini Urus, which I've seen, and also Bentley Motors on Instagram recently posted a picture of one of their new models in that town. Little fun fact for you. How long did it take you to get 1 mil in Greenville? My first mill started where, well, I got my first mill when I started my journey in the Wisconsin State Patrol in OGVRP, so that would have been around April, March of 2021, so I must have gotten my first mill around middle of summer 2021. I was born in Hertfordshire, won't say where. I've heard of that county, just don't know where it is. On my road there is a 1990s V6 Corrado. Nice. My dad owns a container at a yard, and there's always School buses from America, and there's a guy who transforms them into houses and caravans. What? That's so cool, what the hell? Do you know H.R. Owen? I do not. Enlighten me. By the way, one of your videos passed 1k views. Yeah, a lot of my videos have gotten over 1k views, and my most popular one is about to hit 10,000, I think. Only the OGs will remember this, and I don't know if there is an OG currently watching, but on my first channel, when I first joined the State Patrol in 2021, that channel had a collective of around 50,000 views in total. Hello Philip, welcome. You've applied for State Patrol in OGVRP W. HRO and our supercar dealers, and I'm lucky enough to live near one. That's very nice. We just have local dealers near us that do like crap boxes. They do Bugatti, Ferrari, Bentley, Bugatti twice, Lamborghini, Maserati, and I think that's it. 2 lots of Bugatti, nice. There's a 1971 Chrysler, whatever that is, very close to my street. I'm not sure what that is because Chrysler vehicles aren't that popular here. Do you think you're going to be State Patrol again? I'd have to think about that one. Yes, you said Bugatti twice. I remember my first favourite car being the Bugatti Supersport. Bugatti Veyron Supersport. Little fun fact about the yard, there's a mechanic he would take off the tyres of the cars and sometimes put them on containers until he gets paid. Huh? Puts tyres on containers? You would join, but your lag would be insane. That's fair enough. Another fun fact for you. I also live relatively close to a town that was hit with a landslide, and I was laying in bed watching TikTok one night, and I saw these guys that got into the area that was hit by the landslide. It was just a road. Nobody was actually hit by it. It was just a road that had been moved by a landslide, and all the concrete had been misplaced, and it looks something out of an apocalyptic movie. And we saw a TikTok of these guys just like skating on it, so I thought, me and my mate, we thought, why don't we go there in real life? And that's what we did. It was a bit of a drive, but we got there. We did it at night time, so nobody saw us. We had to be sneaky and climb under a fence, but it was fun. And I would shine my torch at where the concrete broke in the road, and you could see all the different layers of road where they paved over each layer of road as time went on. So like, you could see all the way down to like the rock road, like years and years and years and years ago, where they would just have stones as a road, and you could just see where they paved over that, and then on top of that, and on top of that, and on top of that. It's honestly crazy to think about that. But it's a shame that it's been all dug up now. They put the actual cars on containers. Oh. Oh, Luna joined. Yeah, Greenville inflation is something else. Come on, speed up. 26, climbing. There you go. Gonna have to decline you on that offer as much as I'd want to join. I don't really join small GVRP servers. Or any RP servers for that matter. Oh, Egg, you're in the truck? Nice. Am I streaming on Monday? I just stream randomly. I don't really have a schedule. But I'll see. Stream better than server. I don't know how to feel about that. Uh-oh. How do you make what do you mean official server? Oh, you turned it into a community. It's in settings somewhere. You also need a lot of people to boost your server with Nitro to unlock certain things. And of course, with the help of bots, you are able to customize your server to your liking. How much longer are you streaming for? I don't know. Till I get bored. If everybody stays in game, we can probably do a mini game towards the end. Like cops and robbers or hide and seek. Because I know we haven't done that for a while now. I think Cops and Robbers is a little bit too difficult for everybody to do, since there's too many rules for the game. Alright, see ya, MJ. It was nice having you. So we might play a mini game of hide and seek towards the end if everybody's up for it. Go on, speed up then. I don't remember the last hide and seek game. Found me under 5 minutes. Oh, I think I remember now. Weren't you in that one barn? I just randomly went out into the field and then I saw your car load in before the barn did. That's why you never hide out in the open. I need to turn off adaptive cruise control, I swear, it's doing my head in. There we go. I don't even have high beams on this car. Yeah, the barn. Just went out into the field and I saw your car load in before the barn did. And I went in there and there you were. Yeah, I think Cops and Robbers is off the table. Mainly because of how many people can't play by the rules. Hello, Invisible. How many cars do you own? Too many. I'll tell you now, too many. If you want to count, then be my guest, but here's my list. Oh, I guess we'll go from bottom to top. Here's the bottom. I'll scroll up for you. I recently calculated my whole garage value. It came out to around 8 million. But obviously that's probably changed by now, having added so many new vehicles. There we go. Yeah, I do have maximum. Roughly, yeah. Goodbye, not glitcher. It's nice having you here. Why did you quit being WSP? I think that's a question for another time. Goodbye, Egg. It was nice having you here. Intelligent. Yeah, there's more people in game. Yeah, I'm getting close to 700. Hope I get McDonald's tonight. Yummy. What you gonna get? I quite like the McCrispy. It's been my favorite burger for a while now. No, no. Do not get nuggets. Their nuggets are rubbery as anything. If you're gonna get nuggets, at least go to Burger King because theirs are juicy and crispy. Because McDonald's nuggets are absolutely foul. I mean, their chicken selects are way better than the nuggets, but I would not have nuggets from McDonald's. I'd rather have nuggets from like Burger King because their chicken's actually juicy and their batter is actually crispy. but McDonald's nuggets are just so rubbery, so lifeless. It's like, yeah, yuck. Your McDonald's just sucks. No, you just haven't grown up enough to realize that nuggets aren't really that good. You are still a child. Number 15, Burger King foot lettuce. Number 12, man urinates on fellow passenger for not being allowed to smoke. Yeah, of course, you can get chicken selects and chicken strips, just not nuggets. This car does not make that sound in real life. I can tell you right now. Anything but a Big Mac. Yeah, dude, I literally had a Big Mac not even that long ago because I've never really had a full one. I've only ever like had a half one, and it wasn't actually that bad. So I thought I'd have a full one, and I had a full one, but the burger sauce they used was revolting. So never again. I'll just stick with my McCrispy, even though my McCrispy is sometimes lopsided, and the lettuce is just thrown on there. I'll still eat it. The rigged thing about any McDonald's that's relatively busy is that you could go around the drive-thru and then make your order, collect your order, park up in the drive-thru, and then grab your actually no, don't grab the receipt. Just walk into the McDonald's after you park up and say, "Hey, I ordered this. Can you grab it for me or compensate me for it?" And then they'll grab it for you without even asking any questions. That's how you get free food at McDonald's. And believe me, it works. Because their managers are hired with like almost zero training, so they don't have a clue what they're doing, at least just as much as the employees do. You want to try the Grimace Shake? Yeah, they're coming to McDonald's in August here, so I don't think I'm going to be trying it. It doesn't look that appealing to me. Yeah, it's coming back. Grimace Shake's coming back. They've already put up stickers in local McDonald's near me. Taking advantage of low-income workers? Okay, you put it like that, but the food is already shitty, so... Domino, I think that was a curved median there. Who is that all the way off in the distance? Really far up ahead I can see someone, or is that just... Yeah, that's somebody all the way far ahead. Who is that? Somebody's really far up ahead. Is that Knack? Because Knack's not here. Wait, is that... No? Knack's there. I don't know who that is then. Sure, I should get arrested. What, in Greenville? Did you mean arrested in Greenville? Because if Greenville, then yes, I have before. I think the videos are still up. Oh, IRL? No, but I nearly did, and it was for an embarrassing reason. But mind you, I was like 14 at the time. 14, 15 years old, around then. McDonald's is coming to your doorstep. But joke's on you, I don't have a McDonald's in my town. So if I want it, I'd have to go like 20 minutes away to get it. Not even that, 30 minutes away, because it's on the other side of the other town that's near me. Oh no. Really? Do you guys really want to know? Are you that interested in my lore? In Churro's lore? Churro's backstories? My early teenage years. Are you really interested? There's a coffee shop. There's a couple shops. There's a lot of restaurants and a lot of barbers. Okay, so what happened was, as I said, I was about 14, 15 years old. I think 14, and my mate and I, after school, we would. It was a Friday night, and we used to have a youth club in town, where all the youths would come in and have fun instead of going out and loitering and getting up to antisocial behaviour. So we used to go there, we used to play a bit of pool, play on the consoles, go on the computers, have some drinks, have some food. It was a really fun time. This one time I had a cap gun, and we thought of the funny idea to fire a round from the cap gun into the storefront of the youth centre in town. Obviously the cap gun doesn't fire anything, it's just a plastic gun that you put blank rounds in it and it fires, and it just makes a loud bang. Before we went into the youth centre, my mate, he got the cap gun and he wanted to fire a test round to make sure that it was loaded and ready to go. So that's what he did. He fired a test round, and mind you, it was dark out, and in the middle of the town there was a jewellery store at the time there, but it was closed obviously. And just the same time that he fired that round, there was a police car that drove by, and then we were like, oh crap dude, that's a police car. So we put the cap gun away and we started walking across the crosswalk, across the road. We looked like nothing happened. We were just trying to make ourselves look as innocent as possible, right? This cop, he stops, he does a U-turn, he drives up onto the pavement, into the town centre, drives in front of us, cuts us off, gets out his vehicle with his hands on his taser, and I can't remember what he said, but he said something that almost made me pee myself. I was never in my life that like, I was like very afraid. I was like on the verge of peeing myself. I thought I was going to get tased or something or arrested. But yeah, all that happened was like we got a slap on the wrist because of jewellery stores in the nearby area. He just told us to do it in a secluded area where like nobody's going to be bothered by the sound. You know, my mates also did a lot of parkour back in the day, So obviously we would have neighbors complain of that. Like we would climb on garages and things. Not like the garages that Americans know that are attached to houses, because these garages aren't attached to houses. They're separate buildings in the street, and they're all together. You can just climb on top of them. Some of them were a bit taller than the others, so to get on the taller ones, we would grab a cone, like a traffic cone, and we would just put 1 foot on that and then use that to jump ourselves up onto the ledge, and then just pull ourselves up from there. And then we would climb on top of parking garages. The neighbors around there hated us for it. They hated us for it. We would get yelled at all the time by this one guy who was so grumpy. But yeah, one time I was out there by myself. Again, I was like 14, 15 at the time. This police officer stopped me. He was like, "Hey, can you not do this? Because, you know, it endangers your safety. So if you fall, I don't want to be responding to the call of you injured. You know, rather have you stay safe than injured. You know." And then he went on to say how he did the same thing when he was younger, and backstory and blah blah blah, boring stuff. I still did it anyway. I didn't care. But after my friend group and I sort of grew up, we stopped hanging out as much. Parkour started to turn into running, and then I used to do a lot of running after school. And I did a lot of running throughout college as well. And then I started going to the gym, which is a 24-hour gym, so I would just get my membership, and it gives me a little key fob that I just tap on the door and it lets me in any time of day. So I would just go at like 3 or 4 in the morning. Meet one day together. What, like all of us? That would be ridiculous. You know how much organizing it takes to set that up? Like, even my current friend group in the group chat, it takes a lot of arguing to even meet up, like, for one afternoon. It's rare to have a meeting outside of the group chat that makes it outside of the group chat, because with all of my friends busy with jobs and such. Yeah, I think that would be a topic for another time. Alex is gonna smuggle everyone. Would you guys like to hear another story? This one's a little bit more recent. Yes, I would cook burgers. I make them very good. Okay, so around the start of 2022, I was playing Greenville and I met this one furry on Greenville and we instantly clicked. We instantly became friends and we were playing like almost every day. That was until we got jobs and grew more apart, but still kept in touch. But before then, we were playing like almost every day, playing a lot, almost too much. And it turns out that they only lived like 2 hours away from me. It wasn't you. This was 2022. I didn't know you back then, Alex. And they were only like 2 hours away from me, down south. It was on the coast that they lived, in a city. And last year summer, we had the idea to meet up, and we did. It was around, yeah, the first time we met up was last, I can't remember if it was last August or September. I think it was September, but we met up and it was very fun. To be honest, I wasn't expecting him to be as tall as I am. No. Alex, I don't think you know them at all. But yeah, we met up twice, and we might actually meet up again this week. So yeah, small world. Met somebody who was 2 hours away from me. Almost 2 hours. Depends on what route you take and how traffic is. Nice. That's awesome. Ah, no McDonald's. Oh well. Whose car is flipped in that river? Who is that? Yeah. Is it Knack's charger? I know Knack had a charger, but I can't remember if it was that colour. What is it? What is up with me today and not being able to speak? Looks like someone else had a little oopsie. Yeah, it's not you this time. Congratulations. Although, to be fair, it's usually Millen who likes to drive off-road a lot of the times. I say a lot of the times, I mean, yes, all of the times. Stories, huh? What do you want to know? Throw me a question, and I'll tell you what you want to know. Because I can't think of anything at the moment. I have so many stories, so I don't know what you want to know. So, like, what do you want to hear? Nothing NSFW though, because I won't answer that, obviously. Anything that doesn't really help. I don't know though. Any stories? Oh, I got one. Okay. Yeah, I got one. So years ago, we used to go to a holiday house for a holiday, and when we were out, they would have cleaners at the house. And during that time, yes, I have a near-death experience, and I will get to that after. And what was I saying? Yeah, they had cleaners at the house, and the cleaners had a child with them. And during that time, I also had my DS with Mario Kart in it, because I only had Mario Kart in my DS. And I left my DS at the house, and the child that was with the cleaners also had their DS, and they also had Mario Kart in their DS. So what they did was, I guess my DS was better than theirs, because they swapped my game for theirs, of Mario Kart, for their copy, into my DS. So they were playing with their copy of Mario Kart on my DS, and it was around that time where progress was saved to the game and not the DS. So the kid forgot to take his game out of my DS, and I came home to realize what had happened, and he had more stuff unlocked than I did, so I got to keep his stuff, and I was happy. It's a little story for you. Oh, near-death experience. Yeah, I've had a few, but I remember one of them specifically. It wasn't really a nice one. That's if you want to hear it. Yeah, I had a white DS. I used to play Mario Kart. I used to be so addicted to Mario Kart. I used to play that game, like, before bed. Okay, so this happened when I was 14. A lot happened when I was 14, so apparently all the stories I can remember. Um, so it was the summer of 2017. Opens bag of popcorn. Okay. Summer of 2017, and I wanted a bike, and I didn't have a bike because my last one got stolen. So my mum and I found a relatively cheap one on an app that was for sale, that was within range that we could travel to get it. So we contacted the owner and we went out to go get the bike, and we got the bike, and then that evening I went out on riding my bike, and it was fun. I went down a lot of hills, went up a lot of hills, went very fast, had my headphones in, it was fun. But I will point out, I wasn't wearing a helmet, and I wasn't wearing any other protective stuff, and you're about to find out just how important a helmet is. It may look silly while wearing it, but it protects your head and it saves your life. And I'm lucky to be here to share the story. So I was riding my bike. It was getting late. It was around 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the evening. So sun was just going down at that time. So I thought, okay, I'll do one final loop around this block and I'll go down this hill, and then I'll make my way home. And then I noticed a car was coming up behind me. It was in a neighborhood, so like a residential street. Yeah, but you should bike with a helmet, honestly. I know it's like probably not cool to wear a helmet or whatever, but honestly, it will save your life and prevent you from doing what I did. So I had a car behind me, so I thought I would like stand up on my bike to like speed up so I could get more momentum. So that's what I did. And my brakes, you know when you're like, you shift gears and your bike sort of like clicks as the gears adjust. That's what my bike did, and it clicked, and I wasn't ready for it because I had shifted gears a long time ago and it didn't shift immediately for some reason, so I thought nothing of it and continued. And that's when it clicked, and my I think it was my right foot fell off of the pedal and went underneath the pedal, and then I lost control and I was sort of fighting to stay upright on the bike. And then after realizing that I cannot find any way to slow myself down on the bike, I fell over on my right side. Mind you, I was going quite fast, and I fell really hard, and I remember scraping my head like along the road. I had a hat on, but I didn't have a helmet. And then what I remember after that is I just kind of lifted my head up, and everything around me was spinning, and I realized I was concussed, like a really bad concussion. And I was really bleeding profusely out the nose, and there was some other scrapes and cuts on me, but I wasn't really all concerned about them. So I tried to stand myself up, but I was just too out of it to stand myself up. There was this guy walking past, and I asked him if he could stand me up, but I just fell over again. So I crawled over onto some grass, and I just sat there and tried to relax and collect myself as best as I could. The woman in the car behind me at the time saw everything that happened. So she got on the phone with my parents, and then my mum came eventually, and they got my bike in the back of the car, and obviously I was taken back home. My mum got some stuff. She got I don't know how she knew I was going to throw up, but somehow she knew. So she got like a jug and some tissues, and I vomited because of the shock. My whole face and top was covered in blood, like plastered in it. So we went to the nearest hospital or medical center, and I was put in a wheelchair and I was wheeled in and I was immediately evaluated. I was given some painkillers and the nurse looked at my injuries and she saw a 6-inch cut to my head. Well, I say cut, more of a scrape, but the way that I hit my head, she was a little bit concerned about that, so that she said that I had to go to a bigger hospital just to get a further evaluation. So that's what we did, and we went to a bigger hospital where we spent the next like 5 hours getting evaluated by different doctors and nurses and getting an x-ray done on my arm because I had a pretty nasty gash on my elbow. Finally got home around 1 in the morning. I wasn't dizzy anymore. The room was no longer spinning around me. I was just really shaken up. And yeah. The one thing the doctors didn't tell me is that after you had just experienced a shock or trauma, that you are not to have any dairy products. And you know what I did the next day? I had myself a strawberry milkshake and then I immediately vomited it back up. So we had to go back to the hospital only to find out that the doctor said, yeah, you kind of can't have any dairy products after having a trauma or a shock because you'll just throw it right back up. You have to eat like gentle soft foods. But yeah, after that I didn't really touch my bike for about 3-4 years, 5 years, I don't know. But I'd say I was pretty lucky to get out of that. Because sometimes hitting your head can not do you so much good. Even after that, I started hearing like clicking noises in my head. Like when I would walk, I would hear like clicking noises in my head. And the doctors just said it was like post-concussion or something. It eventually left after a few months. Yeah, it was a bike accident. I actually still have the scar on my elbow from where I gashed it. Actually, I will stop you right there, MJ, because car crashes are worse than bike crashes. Because a few years ago, I had, on a road near me, I had 4 lads in a car crash into a side of the building, and the car spontaneously combusted and they all burned, which was very unfortunate. And they couldn't get out of the vehicle. I'm not sure how you survived through your baby years. Bro, literally, when I was younger, my mum told me that I once fell asleep with like a 2-pence coin in my mouth. I don't know how I didn't choke on that in my sleep. I remember she used to do like checks before she went to bed and she found it in my mouth. Yeah, I remember times that I've been burned, but having your whole body being burned is like, couldn't even imagine. I remember being burnt by a soldering iron. That hurt. I can't think of anything else. I can think of only a couple things that hurt just as much as that. like a perforated eardrum that I had before, or like a really bad sprained or teared muscle. Burnt your finger from jelly. How do you do that? Unreal. Yeah, the only time I've really badly burnt my finger was when I was like, I think I was like 13 years old, and it was in science, and we were like soldering stuff together, like welding, and like I was working with this one guy who just kept really getting on my nerves, and he was just being really annoying, and he just kept holding the solder, and I tried to take it from him, but I ended up holding the hot part, and I burned 3 of my fingers, and it formed a nasty blister. For the rest of the day, I had to keep my fingers in a cup of cold water for the whole day. Even after the school day, it really hurt. I'll never forget that pain. Yeah, he was honestly so annoying. I remember once when I was in like I was in year 11. If you're in the UK, you know what year 11 is, but I was around like 16 at the time. I was in English and we were about to revise for exams, and my mate comes into class and he's like, "Hello, you alright?" And we're like, "Hello," and he goes over to his desk, and mind you, he previously had a sprained ankle. He goes over to his desk and he hits his ankle on the table leg of the desk, and then he sits down and he just says, "I broke my ankle," and he had to get wheeled out in a wheelchair because he broke his ankle from smacking it on the side of the desk, on the metal table leg. He was laughing about it though. I'll give him that. He was having a good giggle about it. Yeah, he was laughing about it. He was a funny guy, he was. I'll never forget the people I grew up with. Honestly, they're some of the best mates I ever had. Yeah, he was that chill about it. He just said, "Oh, I broke my ankle." He just started laughing. I mean, to be honest, when I was really young and I dislocated my knuckle, I hit it on a metal pole of an awning. I laughed afterwards and I thought nothing of it. I didn't even feel much pain until it started lumping up, and we realised it was dislocated. He just passed out in a presentation. Yikes. Had a mate with ADHD in year 5 and he was a great mate. And when he got injured, he would go, "Ha ha ha, stay in delight." Oh, I had someone like that. I still know him now. The teachers would get so fed up with him in primary school that he would just get carried out of the lesson, kicking and screaming. He was so funny. I stayed good friends with him for a long time. Oh, you mean the song, ha, 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 Staying Alive, by the Bee Gees? That one song by the Bee Gees. The Bee Gees are good. Still got a good grade for the presentation. Nice. W. That's all that matters. Good grades over health. Perfect prioritization. You'd get told off for having ADHD. That's hilarious. It's kind of like my mate. Or like one of my other mates in college. He would just say the most random stuff, and then I would pee myself laughing, and then I'd get kicked out for laughing. Some of my other mates, we used to do math in college together, so we used to take these tests like every time we would go into maths. And I remember on some of the questions there would be llamas, so we would just draw hats on the llamas. Hello, Civic. It's 4 PM and I already want to eat dinner. Go for it. I cooked my dinner at 4. I had a bacon beef burger with beans. It was very delish. Yeah, we drew like hats and balaclavas and glasses on the llamas on the math questions. It was so funny. Oh yeah, sure, I will. The server link is in the description of the stream, so if you just go down, open the description, click the link, and you should be able to join us. You had fries and a Costa's ham and cheese sandwich at the airport. Nice. I prefer Asda sandwiches. They're just so much better quality. Or M&S. M&S BLTs are banging, honestly. Still rooting for it to be horrible weather tomorrow. Well no, it's supposed to be clear skies here with a high of 28 or 29. Favourite meal? Barbecue chicken strips, has to be. Churros is not a meal. Honestly, you deserve like 500k subs. That's so real. I would not eat churros as a meal. That would be the most unhealthy. Not like having chicken nuggets as a meal, milling. What device are you playing on, Civic? Because if you're on Xbox, then it probably won't let you join. Because the link is open and it is available. Everybody else was able to join. Yeah, churros is a snack. I actually had some recently. About £3 for 5 churros. They're quite good. Already 9:30. Wow. Where's all the time going? Yeah, so if you're on mobile, then you might have issues joining. I'm not sure how it works if you join in on mobile. I only know how to do it on computer. You probably have to look up the issue that you are experiencing. Never had churros, so I always want to eat a healthy lot. Yeah, I get that, but you can always have like a cheat meal every now and then. Oh yeah, SLUZ's admin, OCSO lighting Cadillac. I don't know. Someone flipped his van on a lamppost in my town a few days ago. I tell you what, somebody in a town near me got a doll and dressed it in clothes and made it look like a realistic child, and then threw it onto railway tracks, and then it was spotted by passengers and drivers of trains, and it caused a massive emergency response from paramedics, fire and police, because they thought it was a child on the tracks. A stupid joke. Is it really stupid, or is it bad? Because if it's bad, then keep it to yourself. But if it's stupid, like silly, then obviously say it. That's creepy. That is foul. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Absolutely foul. Don't know anybody who would do that. Yeah. It caused a huge response. There's always something going on if you know where to look. I don't know if they were arrested or not. It was on local news, so I don't know. It was just like a local news TikTok account that posts news from my county. I know recently we had one of our landfill sites actually catch on fire, and the fire was visible from my town. That's how big the fire was, and they had firefighters working overnight trying to put out the fire. Tried searching up the problem and can't fix it. I don't know what to suggest then for you. There's always fires on the M25. Someone break down, fire. Somebody run out of fuel, fire. Somebody pulled over to take a WAS, fire. Somebody peacefully driving, fire. Truck pulling over to go into a service station, you guessed it, fire. It's like the most accidents that ever happened and never could happen is on the M25. Saw a 812 Superfast and a Rolls Royce. I saw a Superfast earlier this year in May down in Bournemouth. It was me being somebody existing. Fire. Yo, bro, that's so fire. True, passing by. Fire. Yeah. Or the M4. The M4 literally passes through my area. We go on it quite regularly. There's only 1 to 3 tornadoes a year in the Netherlands. I actually saw a funnel cloud earlier in May or April. I think it was April. Saw a funnel cloud. It was pretty cool. It didn't touch down. It was very short-lived, but I got some good photos. Fire exists. Fire. Yeah, funnel cloud. So a funnel cloud is just basically a tornado that's really weak and it doesn't even touch the ground. A tornado is only a tornado if it actually touches the ground. Otherwise it's just a funnel cloud. And most of them are small and short-lived because they don't have enough strength to touch the ground. It wasn't even raining or anything or thundering. There wasn't even any rain forecast. It was just a random funnel cloud that came down, like just out of nowhere. It was just so surreal. Yeah, a lot of the thunderstorms we get avoid our area because I think our town is sort of like below sea level or something. I don't know. There's a lot of hills around our town. Have you played natural disaster? I have a lot of times. Yeah, England do get tornadoes, but it's very rare. I remember last summer, no, actually, I remember, oh, was it last summer? I think it was either 2023, yeah, it was 2023, September, when it was like 30, 34, 32 degrees odd, and after it, the heat was broken by like huge intense thunderstorms that came up from France and covered like the whole south coast. I was watching live on TikTok of the storm coming up until it hit my area. And then there was just a bunch of lightning flashes. And then I was like recording it out my window. And it was dead quiet outside, not even wind blowing, it was just lightning, no thunder. Then after that, I heard this whooshing sound, like a swaying sound, like trees blowing in the wind, but it wasn't. And as it got closer and closer and louder, I realised it was a sheet of very heavy rain pushing its way up the street. Of course I didn't know that until it started pouring it down with rain. And then the thunder kicked in. And my goodness, it was loud. I remember after the heat wave of July 2019, we had a huge thunderstorm. That one was so close. It was like the thunderstorm came right overhead, and I remember there was one clash of thunder that was so loud and it was so close that it just sounded like a bomb. There was no like echoing to it. It was just a bomb. It was like a blast, and it was so loud that it shook the windows on my house and set off car alarms. It was so loud that I was actually afraid for the first time. I remember when I went to Heathrow for plane spotting, started getting like 60-mile-an-hour winds, and Big Jet TV started filming planes almost sliding off the runway. Yeah, they have to like land at an angle, otherwise they have to like take off and try again. Yeah, last summer as well, I remember it being like 29, 30 degrees, and I was in the garden with my mum, and we were having dinner outside because of how hot it was. And I remember my mum saying something like, it sort of feels that way in the atmosphere that it's going to rain, but the thing is, rain isn't even forecast. Later that night I had a mate around my house, and we were just, I don't even know what we were doing, we were just watching videos on YouTube or something, and there was like a blue flash that lit up my room. It was around 11 p.m. at night, and there was like a blue flash that lit up my room, and I was like, is that lightning? It couldn't be right, there's no rain forecast for tonight. So I thought it was lightning, so what I did was I got up, I went to my window, and I put my phone on record, and I waited a little while, and right in front of me, in front of my camera lens, a blue bolt of lightning shot out of the sky, just out of nowhere. No rain, no wind, no thunder, just a lightning bolt coming out of nowhere. Come on, man. Hello, dog. Welcome back. It's just in bed chilling, and a lightning bolt hit the roundabout across my street. Actually flew out of my bed like Jesus. Yikes. Whenever there's a thunderstorm, I usually go down to my dad's lodge to watch it, and he would always tell me the time before I existed, that when it was just him in this house, there was a thunderstorm, and one of the houses on our street was struck by lightning. But that was before my time, so that was a long time ago. Yeah, I've seen videos of planes being struck by lightning. It looks quite weird. Bye, Melon. It was nice having you here. Yeah, I think it's when the positive and negative charges mix or sort of rub together or something that creates the friction. Another useless fact. is that thunderstorm clouds are called cumulonimbus and can store up to 80 elephants worth of rainfall. And cumulonimbus clouds are also capable of dropping everything that it's holding all at once in one specific focused area, and this is called a microburst. In a microburst, you can experience strong winds and heavy rain, and it almost looks like a hurricane when you're in one. Good night, Miller. Have a good one. I used to be a huge weather nerd back in the day, when I was like 13 to like 15. I still do like the weather. But I don't really read books on it like I used to before, but nobody really reads books now, do they? Everybody's on their phones looking at Skibbity Toilet or whatever. Social media wasn't the same as it was when I was growing up. Yeah, no kidding. Right, I think we're probably going to end stream in a minute. A little bit later. MJ, what year were you born? Alright, have a good night. Have you guys seen Despicable Me 4? It's quite funny. I would recommend. Yes, it's more quiet. I don't think that'll be necessary, because stream will be ending soon, I think. Alrighty, so this is going to be the end of the stream, and I want to thank everybody who stayed with me until the end. It was fun.